Well, hello there, everybody. I am waiting for my very first chat session to start. And we're starting right now. Hello, can you hear me? You can just turn off your camera and turn off your sound if you don't want me to hear or see you. Hi. Can you hear me? Okay, good. Well, I am actually a little bit nervous myself because this is the very first time that I'm doing this. And I'm glad that you are here and that you're willing to talk to me about your fetish and what it is like for you to be opening up about it a little bit more. So I just hope that this conversation will be what you're expecting it to be. So just maybe first let me know what your expectations are. Maybe you could type a little bit about what you want to achieve with this chat session or just what you expect of it. Before we go on, I have to ask one important question. I can see your name is Corey McNair. Is that your real name? Because then maybe you would want to change it again. Or is it a nickname you choose to use? Do you mind that people can read your real name, or is it not important to you because you are freely choosing to open up about your fetish? Okay, well, I think that is really brave of you, and it's really, well, a sign for other people to understand that having a fetish is actually nothing that you should be ashamed about. But, well, still, it is a brave thing to do. So I think it's really nice. Would you tell us what your fetish is? Well, food fetish is very common actually. And I can understand how you might not feel that ashamed about it because, well, feet are actually, except for how smelly they are not something that have a very big taboo on them. But, well, you used to be very embarrassed about it. Could you tell us why that was? Exactly. It is really the reason that we're doing this, that you can let other people know that it is, well, one of the most normal fetishes. a food fetish. And well, a lot of people don't know because they don't hear anyone talk about it. But of course, when you know that other people have this fetish too, it must be a relief. Was that a relief for you when you found out? And what made you decide to get more open about it and open up about it to your closest friends? So it was more kind of a random conversation, and you somewhere found the courage to tell them? How did they react? So you didn't start the conversation just with the words, well, I have a food fetish. You probably made them expect something bigger with you not, well, saying it just right away. Is that true? I'm so glad for you that they reacted this way. And would you say to other people that it's a good idea to, well, just find the courage to talk to somebody about their fetish if they feel like they actually would want somebody to know? Okay, I just want to kind of warn about some reactions you should expect from people that you don't really know too close. Of course, for people watching this, they have to keep in mind that they always have to think for themselves, and it is nice to have somebody to talk to, but be wise in your decisions. And well, every fetish is different and every relationship is different. So, well, it is always wise to first try to find out how your close friend or maybe partner or whoever it is you want to talk to, how they feel about the fetish subject in general. And well, maybe kind of try to get a short taste of how they feel about what you are about to tell you have before you tell them what it really is. Is that, well, the way it went for you when you said you didn't tell them right away that it was a food fetish? You made them expect something to see how they would react to it before you really told them what it was? Okay, well, I think that is the best way to do it, actually, because then you are a bit safer because you didn't tell them right away. So you didn't give them the chance to judge you before you found out. Well, before you got a bit of an idea of how they would react before telling. Well, that's just how I would tell people to do it. So I'm really, really glad for you that you have people to talk to about this now. There is also another part to your fetish that you told me about. Would you tell people about that too? Would you be willing to tell it on here? All right. Well, it would be really nice if you did. Are you more ashamed about it because it is more personal? could you explain why this is harder to talk about than just the food fetish? Well, it definitely is different, but I think different is a really nice word for it. There is no judgment in it. Why should different be, well, something to be ashamed about? But I understand that you are. That is just, well, the way people should think, in my opinion. But sadly, well, when something's different, people often tend to get scared of it or laugh at it. So I totally understand that it makes you feel ashamed, but you really shouldn't. You shouldn't be embarrassed by it because it's not in any way something bad. But I understand that in this society it is actually, well, the right reaction to be embarrassed and to just not tell it to everyone you know. So it is good that you don't just talk about it when you like have the first conversation with somebody or something like that, but that you bring it up in the right moment to the right people. I think that's really brave of you, and I'm very glad that you can do that. And I think the way you describe it, ever since you've been more opening up about it, it made you feel less different, or it made you feel more comfortable with your fetishes. Is that true? Oh, I'm so glad for you about that. That is really nice.